Hello, and welcome to A Village in Lockdown, a new weekly podcast series exploring the impact of the coronavirus on the historic and beautiful garden village of PortSunlight. My name is Catherine Lynch, and I'm the Director of Heritage for PortSunlight Village Trust. Each week, invited guests will share their insights into how the COVID-19 pandemic is affecting life in the village, from tourism to the community, landscape management to the built environment. They will also share survival tips for lockdown and useful ideas regarding how we can spend our time at home. I do hope you enjoy the series. As always, we would really appreciate your feedback. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Claire Bates and I work for PortSunlight Village Trust as our Community Engagement Officer. PortSunlight is very special to me. It's not only the place I work, but it's also where I live and where I've chosen to bring up my family. My daughter attends the village school, we have an allotment here, and we also have friends and family that now live in the village. So we very much feel part of this community. We're now into week 10 of lockdown here in PortSunlight, and it's starting to feel a little bit more normal. Those first initial weeks were really difficult and really hard on the PortSunlight community. Sadly, due to COVID-19, we've also had to cancel a series of resident-led events that we had planned, as well as closing our community hub in Bridge Cottage. Over the past few years, we've been working hard to try and reduce social isolation within the village, and so it felt very unfair for us all to close these events and this hub down. The groups, however, that usually meet in the hub have been able to continue online, and that's really good to hear. We've also seen some amazing acts of kindness here in PortSunlight Village and a sense of solidarity within the community. In true Sunlighter spirit, people have found a way to connect with one another. Wow, what a great place PortSunlight is to be a part of right now. The community here is so strong. Since lockdown, we've seen a huge rise in residents coming out to support one another. Whether this be by setting up WhatsApp groups that connect neighbouring roads together, or to larger initiatives such as the PortSunlight People Project, which I have the great pleasure of supporting. The PortSunlight People Project was set up by a resident, Anna Denoyer, who contacted me just a couple of weeks before we went into lockdown. She was concerned, like many other residents, about how some of our more elderly residents and those at high risk would cope during lockdown. I don't think any of us could have really anticipated or been prepared for what was to come. But thanks to her project and the volunteers involved, which are now up to about 60 community volunteers, they've been able to help residents in PortSunlight by picking up food deliveries, medication runs, and offering a befriending service. We've also been able to develop a variety of online and offline activities for residents and the wider community to enjoy. As we move forward, we're awaiting to hear the outcome of a funding bid which will hopefully support the community hub and the activity programme that we plan on delivering over the next few months. So by now you might have got yourself into a new routine, or you may still be looking for things to do at home. Pop over to PortSunlight Community Hub Facebook page and check out some of the videos we've been sharing on there each week. These are an array of different activities, from crafting to gardening. On a Wednesday at 11 AM we go live from the Lottie, where I show people to grow at home. So this could be sharing tips on how to make paper plant pots out of newspaper, how to grow sunflowers from birdseed, or even how to grow tomatoes and chilies and peppers from seeds and scraps that are left in your fridge. Every week it's something different, and because it's live, you can interact with me. You can say hello and chat, you can ask questions, you can share what you've been doing at home, and vice versa. It's almost like having a little social every week. But if that doesn't float your boat, join us on a Friday for a crafternoon. Again, something different every week. We've made necklaces out of t-shirt fabric. We've created book sculpture out of hardback books found on a shelf at home. Everything we do is something you'll probably have at home, so there shouldn't be any need to go out and buy materials or to source things from. Also, on a Friday morning at 11 a.m, we do Kiddies Craft Club, which is entertainment in itself. I go live with my 4-year-old child, who I'm also homeschooling at the moment. We try our best to do something together, but what it is just showing the reality for many people at home at the moment is that they've got young children there. She loves it, I find it quite stressful, but we do have a laugh. So my top tip for lockdown is gardening. You can garden at home, in your backyard, in a garden if you have one. It can even be houseplants. Everyone can have a go wherever you are. There's something truly magical about selecting a seed, sowing it, nurturing it and watching it grow. It's so rewarding. And the benefits, the health and well-being benefits of gardening are outstanding. There's been a lot of research on that. They say to grow a garden is to believe in tomorrow. So I'll leave you with that note.